So here we are on the trail. I was gonna video at the car and then a little bit as we got going. But not only didn't I do that, I forgot the GoPro in the car, and I'm not going back because we've been doing nothing but climbing. Up here with Abigail and Tanya and Ginny and Scout. Just in the trees right now, and this Chinese done this trail before. She says it does nothing but climb. So it'll be a good workout. It's not a crazy climb, but it's definitely up, that's for sure. Dogs are loving it. And I am too. It's outside. It's nice and cool out this morning, so it won't get too hot. There's a little rocky outcropping on the same mountain we're on. Still climbing. Trees are getting a little skinnier now. There's Tanya doing some stretches. She says you can see Nordegg from where she is. So maybe I'll rip up there and have a look. Oh yeah, you can see a little bit there. Can't really zoom in anymore, so that's Nordegg and the mountains beyond. Should get into some views very shortly here. Interesting rock here. It was just sleeting a minute ago. Temperature's dropping up here. Sun has come out again. It's pretty up here. Still cool though, but it actually makes it nice for hiking. I think we're just about at the top now. Somebody's fire pit. I bet you on a cool day you might want that fire. Yeah, I see it's opening up above or in front of me there. So, should be good. Okay, we're about to break out here into the wild blue yonder. Yeah, I think we end up on top of that dome up there, and then in behind that you can see Baldy with the communication towers up there. Apparently there's a trail up there too, but I think it's kind of like a road, so it's easier trail than this one. But yeah, I think we go right up to the top there. It's hard seeing the camera, but there is a rock pile up there. And here we are, the dome there again where we climbed to. So the reason they call this Coliseum is that bowl I'm looking at right now. It's kind of round like the Coliseum, and from a distance all those trees look like people from up the valley. We've looked back at this mountain and it really does. It's kind of cool, just like the old Coliseum in Rome. Right here it's particularly rocky. It's the meadows down in there, Shunda Meadows I think those are called, and the mountains in the background. It's kind of hazy today, it's hard to see them, but still pretty. Along this trail, and there's a little rubble pile down here. Know where the girls have got way ahead of me because I've been filming here. Here's the trail right along this edge after the scree. So we just came across that. There's some people walking across it. I'm going to try and zoom in. Walking across it now. I don't know if you can see them or not. Still a beautiful view. So we're heading up to that dome up there. That's our final destination. Got some lunch up there. You'll be able to see back towards home. That'll be cool. We can actually see the range to the south of us from our house in the winter time. Summer it's a little tough because the air is not as clear as in the winter, but kind of neat. Be able to see the mountains every once in a while from your house. Coming out into the open here. Kind of walking along a ridge. It's mostly treed, and then it opens up. It's still headed up to that dome that you see in the background. There's the pups having a good time. It's catching up to the girls. They're taking a bit of a break, looking at the view, trying not to fall down the mountain. So this is once again the view to the west. Nordegg down there.
There's our objective.
And pan around to this side. And that's looking back to the east, kind of northeast actually. And we live back in there somewhere. That's cool. Looking back across the foothills to the parkland and beyond. Of course, you can't see that far, but climbing again. Heart rate's up again. Whew. It's been good exercise. This trail. Be a good training trail for backpacking. Tanya's right there. We just got to get up over to the top of that. It's, Tanya said it looks imposing, but it's probably not that bad. Try and have lunch up on top of there if it's not too windy and cold. And then go back down. Maybe stop for a piece of pie at the Minor Cafe in Nordegg. That's a great place to get a cup of coffee and a pie, and apparently they have pretty good soup and sandwiches too. I've never had that, just the pie, which I've had several times, plenty of times. Oh, just the last couple of feet of push to the top here. The crew beat me up here having some lunch. There's that pile of rocks that was at the top. Everyone's still smiling. It's a little chilly up here. This range of mountains with like Baldy, that's right there, and Coliseum here. It's called the Bighorn Range. And then over across behind Coliseum there is the Brazeau Range, and I think that's the mountains we can see from our house. As you can see, it's a whole 360 up here. Amazing. So that's where we came from. Can't really see the, oh yeah, there you go. There's the parking lot right there by that red roof, kind of right in the middle of the screen. You even see the car, that's where we came from. Made it to the top. It was a cool trail. Not real hard, but challenging nonetheless, and climbing all the way up. Beautiful up here. It's a good workout. Took us 2 hours and 15 minutes to get to the top. Could have probably done it a little faster. One guy behind us did it in 2 hours, but he was pushing it. But you know, we took our time, enjoyed a few views. We went fairly fast, but didn't push ourselves. And yeah, had a little lunch up top. That'll probably take way less time to get down. A few cut blocks down in there. Haven't really taken much video on the way down because it pretty much is same as the way up, same exact trail, but sure has warmed up from the top to down here. Shed a few layers again. Getting close to being back to the truck. Sorry, the car. Everybody's getting tired. Abby's probably already back to the car. She took off on her own there. Dogs stayed with us, and the dogs are thirsty, so they're looking for water, which should be shortly just up ahead. Little creek here where the dogs can fill up, and Scout can play with sticks. Ginny was laying right in the water before, trying to cool off. Just up that hill, out of this little ravine where the creek is, and then down a little bit, it's the car, so we're almost back, almost done. How was it?
Oh, it's been a marvelous hike.
So here we are back at the trailhead, the car. We're way up there. According to my All Trails app on my phone, 705 meters, a little over 2,300 feet. That's quite a bit of elevation gain.